Ladies and gentlemen, the world that the opposition is trying to narrate you here is the world where we have all these wonderful, nice people. However, what happens is, as soon as they enter the church, they transform us to these huge, monstrous, violent creatures that are stupid and do not think about things, and they only care about themselves and the things that they are being told. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you will agree with me that this point of view is a bit radical. And therefore, I will sum up this debate and explain to you why we should have won in 3 points. First of all, I'm going to talk about how the religion, if the religion makes us think. Second of all, I'm going to talk about interpretation. And thirdly, I'm going to talk about the impact of the world of the organized religion. So first of all, let's talk about how the religion makes you think. So what they told you is that they are the opinion authority. And, religion thinks that homosexuality is bad. And this opinion is just so stupid that it cannot be right. Like, normal person cannot possibly to come to such a conclusion. And the only reason why a person did come to such a conclusion, no thank you, was that it was forcibly fed to this person in the church, and he was told it 1,000,000 times a day. Otherwise, a rational, a normal person like all of us, no thank you, would never come to this conclusion. The other thing that they told you is that they have to believe in things, and they have to believe in the same things than 300 years ago, and this is a huge problem. Ladies and gentlemen, is this true? When is the last time you heard of Pope asking you to stone witches and burn them in fire? No thanks, because I haven't heard of Pope like that in 100 years at least, and I'm only 18 years old. So on one side, this is what the opposition is telling you, what the proposition is telling you. What are we telling you is that obviously the religion is something that makes you think. And that's the reason why we have the Christianism, evangelism, Jehovism, and all the other isms that are obviously different in certain ways. No, thank you. Because the religion is not just one huge united thing that makes you do certain things that are necessarily bad because the team of proposition said so, but the religion is a huge mechanism that is working on certain bases, and that is, no thank you, creating a lot of debate as we have here. And I think we all agree that debate, no thank you, is the right way to come to conclusions, and the big debate, the public debate that we are creating. So, yes, before that.
Well, tell me exactly, where are these debates in religion? Tell me, please.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. I will tell you. What I will tell you is that, for example, I'm a Catholic and I am gay friendly. And what is really important is I'm not particularly smart, and I grew up in collectivistic culture as Slovakia, and I still managed to create an opinion on my own, although my mother forced me to go to church every Sunday. So where we see this debate is that, no thank you. We see this debate in the huge spread, like the diversity of the churches, because you can find schools like C.S.Lewis, where these topics are debated, and where people talk about it. And this is the point of religion, and you can see this debates on TV as well, where the person from the church is being confronted with the view that homosexuality is practically a normal thing, which would not happen in your case. So people would not even get to these debates where their views are being confronted, and that is what I'm going to talk about. So what they said is that correlation means causality. So it is the church that is up here, being big and scary and enforcing all the things on us. However, what we believe in is that the society and church coexist together. So the society is church is people that create the church in me. And that's why the views of the church are in the end the views of the views of the people. And unless you change the views of the people, that we are the ones that are doing, because we are confronting all their views on the TVs, because the church isn't so big and organized, and which is something that will never happen in your case. No, thank you. And if these people that are against homosexuals will not have church, well, they can find other groups within that they can come together and hate homosexuals. They can you have other non-religious groups that do bad things. Are you going to abolish any grouping because grouping is, in your opinion, inherently wrong? No, thank you. Of course, you're not going to do that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about interpretation. So they are saying that we are the ones who's forcefully feeding these people. However, in their case, the only thing that abolished is this big organized church. And what happens in the end are small sects. And these sects can practically think or do whatever they want. And there will be nobody up here to tell them, there will be nobody to tell them that they are wrong. No, thank you. There will be nobody to tell them when they are wrong, because they will be small and covered. So we believe that if we accept the view of proposition that religion is a problem, no, thank you. We say, let's have the problem here, and let's deal with the problem. Let's debate about the problem, and let's not just cover it by abolishing the big organization of the church. Sure. No, before that.
If you go into an Islam country and you tell them that the Quran is wrong, that's the moment when you get stoned. Come to think of it, women are still stoned in the Quran, so actually
yes, I would get stoned if there wasn't a big organization of Islam as well, because this is just view of the people. And what is going to happen in your case is that people are going to be even more radical, because their views will not be confronted publicly as they are now, because we do have the big organization in the church, and please deal with this point in your next speech. Okay, and now when we're talking about the impact of the church on the world. So what we told you is that the church has to spread in order to have this power. Because the only thing they told you is that the church is back because it influences the politics, etc., etc. However, no, thank you. If the person that is up there and he is religion, he's going to stand for the same principles, no matter if we do have the huge organization of the church or not. And the people down there that are religious are going to stand for the same things anyway, so they are not doing anything about this case. But however, what are we doing is that we are bringing all the good benefits of the church. And church has to be big and organized in order to spread, because otherwise people are not going to hear about it. And because, no thank you, there will not be all the communities, all the churches, all the television, no thank you, because it won't be a big and organized thing. And what are we getting out of it? It's, for example, things like charity, which they are trying to marginalize, but it's really important because a charity, like a Christian charity, gives more humanitarian aid, more aid, no thank you, than any government of the world. And this, in the end, what it means is that people's lives are being saved, and that is what the team of proposition are forgetting about. They would rather let these people die because of their skewed perception of the world, and that is something we cannot allow. Secondly, it is really important that the church is imposing the moral values, because it's really easy to forget about them, especially in the 21st century, where we have all this individualism and go for whatever you want. So it's really important to have the moral body of the church that just makes you go on Sunday, every Sunday to church and think about what have you done wrong, why was it wrong, and what is the thing that you have done. And this is something that they did not bring any response to. And lastly, we brought you an argument, the transcendent argument, which again, we didn't hear any response. And well, they said that we should debate about things we can prove. However, if you know something about philosophy, you know that the only thing we actually know is that I think, therefore I am. And that is the only thing that we can rationally prove. If we go further, nothing can be exactly sure. So they cannot just pinpoint an argument by such a brief statement. Because this is really important, because if there is such a thing as religion, it is much more important than any state in the world and any opinion, because it is in the end the thing that can bring us salvation, and that can become the most important thing of our lives. So unless the team of proposition is ready to take the chance for salvation of all of us, you should vote for opposition. Thank you.
Right, thank you very much. And wait a second.